Hello, my name is Rohan and I am pursuing my MTech in Signal Processing at the ENTC Department of College of Engineering, Pune. This is a video explaining my MTech dissertation titled Real-Time Monophonic Musical Note Progression Identifier, which was completed in July 2017 under the guidance of Dr. S.P. Mahajan. This video has been created with an aim to help those who are interested in this area of research and would like to take this work forward. Now the project will be explained in two videos. The first video explains the working of the project and the second video will consist of a demonstration on a MATLAB GUI. Now we will move on towards the explanation of the project. Let's say a piece of music is being played. A student of music listens to this and wants to make sense out of it. He is able to understand the musical notes being played but is not able to associate them with a raga and wants to find out what is being played. Now what is a raga? A raga is a unique combination of musical notes which when played together produce a certain emotion. This emotion is decided by the combination of notes used. We want to identify this raga. So this is where the note progression identifier comes into the picture. Our system listens to the notes, understands the combination in which the notes progress, identifies the raga and informs the listener about it. So this is the general overview of the project. Now, Indian classical music has two major branches, Hindustani music and Carnatic music. In our work, we have focused on identifying Carnatic Melakartha Ragas, where Melakartha Ragas essentially contain all the 7 notes Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Dha and Ni, and their Avroha and Aroha are straightforward. The project has been broadly divided into two models, the acoustic model and the music language model. We will discuss each of the models. Let's start with the acoustic model. When a musical instrument is played, it produces a series of notes. Each note has an associated frequency, also called the pitch frequency. Calculating this pitch frequency is the objective of the acoustic model. The figure shows a simplified version of an audio signal. It consists of different frequencies corresponding to different musical notes. The flat portion that we see is obtained when nothing is being played. We now look at the pre-processing involved before actually calculating the pitch frequencies. The signal has a quasi-periodic nature, that is, it has different periodicity at different times. Therefore, to calculate the pitch frequencies of the individual notes, we break the signal to smaller parts called frames. This process is called framing. Framing brings about discontinuities in the signal. So as we can see here, in the original signal, the waveform would have moved smoothly upwards from a negative minimum to a positive maximum. But because of framing, we can see that in this particular frame, the signal changes abruptly from a negative minimum to 0. To remove this discontinuity, which is also called edge effects, we apply windowing to the signal. This is done by multiplying the frame by a window signal which tends towards 0 at its edges. This effectively smoothens out the frame at the edges. The size of the window is the same as the size of the frame. Next, we can see a frame which has essentially no significant signal component in it. We remove such frames, eliminating such silence frames from further processing and move ahead to the pitch detection process. Now let us focus on a single frame. To compute the pitch frequency, we have adopted the autocorrelation function. Autocorrelation finds the similarity of a signal with a shifted version of itself. If maximum similarity is found at any time, the autocorrelation result shows a peak at that instant. As we can see here, this peak corresponds to a maximum similarity obtained at this instant. The x-axis in this graph is time, and the time difference between this peak instant and t equal to 0 gives us the pitch period, the inverse of which gives us the pitch frequency. So this is how we calculate pitch frequencies using the autocorrelation function. Now that we have discussed the acoustic model, we will move on to the music language model. The notes played on an instrument may span several octaves. An octave is the range of frequencies between a particular frequency and its double or half. Now, a raga is octave independent as the swaras that define it retain their identity irrespective of the change in octaves. This means that we can map the pitch frequencies from all octaves to a single octave and the result would still not be affected. So as can be seen, we map all the frequencies from different octaves to the 4th octave. Now all pitch frequencies lie in the 4th octave. Often, it is the case that the actual pitch frequencies obtained are different from the expected frequencies. Now, what are the expected frequencies? Based on the human frequency discerning capability, an octave is divided into 12 musical frequencies, such that each frequency is a 12th root of 2 times away from the frequencies adjacent to it. These are the expected frequencies. Because the actual frequencies are not always the same as these, we will have more than 12 frequencies in the octave, and this number could as well be infinite. But because the expected frequencies are spaced equally apart, we can define a tolerance band for each note, and any pitch frequency lying in this band is quantized to the expected note frequency. Thus, note quantization reduces the infinite possible pitch frequencies in an octave to just 12 in an octave. A note quantization graph is shown in this figure, where the x-axis contains the continuous frequencies in the 4th octave range, and the y-axis shows the quantized frequencies containing only 12 levels corresponding to the expected frequencies in the 4th octave. Next, we get a count of all the unique frequencies obtained and find the 7 highest occurring frequencies. A relative pitch position vector is then created based on these frequencies and the tonic obtained from the user. A tonic, called the shadja or sa in Indian classical music, is the reference note on which a musical performance is based. The identity of the rest of the swaras is based on this tonic. So now we have a relative pitch position vector which is compared with the pitch position vectors of all the Melakartha Ragas. As you can see, this table shows the list of Melakartha Ragas and their relative pitch position vectors. So we have a vector containing 1, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9 and 12. On searching the list, we find a match corresponding to Raga 21, which is Keeravani. So when a match is found, the Raga is identified. So this is how the Melakartha Ragas are identified in the music language model. In the next video, we will demonstrate the working of this algorithm on a MATLAB GUI. Thanks for watching.